What's up, everyone? Daddy Robux here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Out of the Abyss and the Lost Laboratory of Qualish. Uh, why is the confusion? Yeah,
I need Atsia's token.
we'll get there.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Taryn is the DM to the series, so go ahead, Taryn, set us up for today.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the game tonight. Sorry for the short, somewhat late start, but we're going to get through this. Last week, the party finally met the Grand Master of the Monastery of the Distressed Body, and it ended up being a bone devil that has a cloak of faces. Seems like faces pried off of the skin, or off of the bodies of maybe the other people in the monastery and people throughout. They went through this fight. It was quite difficult. There was many monks against them, and in the end, Keith, the barbarian, did not make it through the fight. He got decapitated by the Bone Devil, who had four-pole claws on its hands. And the rest of the party couldn't find a way to rally to kill the Bone Devil, and were all knocked unconscious. And so that's where we find the party of survivors at this point. They wake up one by one in a box. Yes. And Sir Anton Montague, 6th Earl of the Spelljammer Yakshot, give me a history check with advantage.
History check with advantage. 17.
Okay. It's good enough. The box you're in is very familiar to you. This looks like where you would store cargo on board your ship. This is, in fact, a cargo container from a spelljamming vessel.
Wake up, comrades. It seems that something is amiss.
Oh, this shit again.
Where are we?
I do believe we were being held captive.
Goop starts to look around, and he starts to almost like count out. We are missing one.
Goop, what do you mean?
Well, where's Keith?
Oh.
Well, that depends on which part of him you're talking about.
Do you not remember? He was like this tall. He had a
Not
hammer.
Anymore. He is much shorter these days.
Did I grow?
No, just Keith got shorter. He had a very, very short haircut.
So when does he come back?
I don't think he's going to be back for a while, Goop. I think he might be embarrassed about his haircut.
I do not understand. I have never had a haircut.
Well, you don't have hair. So that makes sense. But he probably won't be back for a while.
Well, all right. He still has my armor that I gave to him.
Yeah, next time you see him, you'll have to ask for it back.
What else is in this room since Goop is looking around?
It's just a box. It has a light on the wall above you, and then you can see the door here in front of you.
What's this door look like?
It's metallic in nature. It looks just like a metal door. It looks like it's sealed from top to bottom. It's got a little slot. I guess the people walking by can open it, look in, and close it. It looks like it's completely sealed. No kind of
Yeah,
Openings.
yeah.
there's no way really to. It looks like it's sealed basically from bottom to top.
What about this slot? How does that able to be opened? Like pushed open, shoved open, or is it just an?
Maybe if you strike it hard enough, it'll open.
Is this just like something that would like slide, or is it just a?
You don't know. You weren't awake when it was opened. It just looks like there's a slot and then a metal panel in front of it.
Goop will attempt to open it through the. He's just gonna mess with it. I mean, push it, pull it, punch it.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Ah,
It seems to be very secure, whatever it is, and it doesn't look like while your body is very malleable and can fit through various tiny places, it doesn't seem like the places in between this metal are going to be big enough for you to see through.
guys, I'm out of ideas. I think we're stuck here.
Sure are, Goop, but at least this time you're not in a jar.
This feels like a jar, just a bigger one.
That's a good point.
Well, this is just this doesn't seem to be much of a prison. It looks more like a cargo bay for storage. As such, I don't know if this door would be made to withstand the impact of, say, someone like me, and I'm gonna try and run at it shoulder first and
Okay, give me a strength, or give me an athletics. Actually, let's do athletics on this one.
Damn.
10. You hit it, and you feel like, oh, I've got it, and then you just bounce off of it, and you slide back about 5 feet. Doesn't look like you made the impact you wish. The door is still very secure.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, I'm gonna take a step back and get ready to charge again.
Okay.
Has anyone checked to see if it's even locked?
I don't know why I rolled with advantage.
I don't know. Man. 16. It gives a little bit more, but it's still holding pretty strong. You think that these doors might be? I mean, you've been on board other such spelljammers in your own spelljamming vessel. The cargo holds are meant to be as secure as possible. Yes.
Perhaps. Probably also wasn't made to withstand the full might of a Githyanki, a Gith warrior, and I'm gonna take one more run at the door. Probably not.
K4, I don't think
Oh,
that's
I do
going
have
to work.
advantage because of my hippo size. So it would have been 23, not 16. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that one actually does make it give a little bit more, but it's metal. You're ramming yourself against metal door. It's strong.
So you said a give. Does that mean there may be a gap in the door?
It looks like it's a little more unwell. The door.
Oh, what a wonderful idea! What if I push on the door and try to give it to just flex ever so much, and then you could squeeze through that tiny bit of a space, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
All right, I think this will only work if we hit the door at the same time.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna run at the door and hit it so it nudges, and then you're running at the door and hitting it at the same time, so you just kind of through the through the gap.
All right.
Aaron, should we
Okay.
bother rolling? Will this work?
Just let's do this. Let's do this. You're gonna run and roll. Okay.
All right. 9.
Wait, here's okay. So right as you're about to get to the door, it opens, and you, who are expecting to hit something, instead run out into the hallway.
I imagine Goop would also run out since the plan was to run at the same time.
You're probably over here somewhere, and you see Garrett sits standing there. Yes, I came here to let you out of this cell, which was stopping you from completing our task of continuing to do the mapping that we need to get done. My friends that I have since charmed are up there distracting the other guard, but you are making lots of noise. Let's not make noise, okay?
Okay.
Where's our stuff?
I was able to put it in this bag of holding. Although if some of the items were missing, I can't specifically say why they weren't there, but they're not there. And he just dumps the bag onto the floor. And all of your stuff there, along with some other stuff. You remember Keith, he had he had his bestie, his mace, or his maul was there, his rope of eyes is there, his staff, or his stone of the good luck is there. But also a glaive falls on the floor, some plate mail, some plates, some weird sort of looking amulet and emblem fall on the ground, as well as a cloak.
Huh.
All right. Pick it all up then, I guess.
Okay.
What
y'all are missing from there is obviously Den, you're missing your Rod of Resurrection. Goop, you're missing your Bracers of Defense. Kfar, your Illusionist Bracers. Sam, your new gun.
No!
And Keith had a ring of free action, but it's not in that pile.
Do I still have the cloak of displacement?
Yes, you just don't have the Rod of Resurrection.
All right.
What are these new items? And I'm gonna hold up like the amulet and the cloak and hold them to Den.
Is this the time? You want me to find out right now? I can find out right now. If you want to find out right now.
I do want to find out right now.
I would like to use my identify on them.
Okay, the amulet is. The amulet is an amulet of the devout +2.
Of what +2?
An amulet of the devout +2. Let me just pull the thing because.
Player spell DCs by hit spell attacks. And you get a free channel divinity one.
That's baller.
That is pretty baller.
Kfar says.
Yoink.
Well, at this point, am I hearing the?
Yes, you can hear them quite clearly in the hall out there. They're being loud.
What are
you
they?
guys-
Sorry.
I suppose down the hall, as you guys are talking about the amulet and your identify, you're gonna hear just a louder voice. I think that's mine. And if they're bars, you're gonna see a deep red skin hand just waving out, or at least waving some fingers outside of the bars.
Yours.
And you hear a voice coming from this door here, and you're able to slide open the slot and see a tiefling inside.
Keith? I peek my head in.
Who the hell is Keith?
Are you Keith? Is this the
No.
haircut?
I have no idea what you're talking about. My name's Kyber, and I think your friend there took some of my stuff.
Well, I mean, yours in there. What good is it gonna do you in there?
Dan, what about the cloak?
It is cloak
Those
of.
would be
The cloak.
those would be wings of flying. So mine.
Surely I knew that because I identified.
You do. You identified it is 100% the wings of flying.
Yep, that's what it is.
Fantastic. You know, aerial
And
combat, something of a speciality of mine when I've got the capacity for it.
really wonderful
And
and
swoop
hey,
the cloak around my shoulders. How does it look? What does it look like? Is it stylish?
it's mine, and I would like it if you guys would open the doors to make
It's
stuff
it
back,
looks-
please.
It's a black cloak that looks like it has sort of bat wings on the backside of it, as opposed to it's more of a U-shaped pattern on the back of it, as opposed to a straight edge bottom of the cloak.
Mhm.
Is it you guys want me to unlock this door? I have the keys from my friends that I had charmed up there, but the charm will only last for another hour.
How do
I
we
can
know
unlock
this
the door.
one's our friend?
I don't know. Did you want to make sure you're taking your little hamster friend with you as well, as he's still within that cavern that you were just in?
I haven't summoned Rupert. He's still in the extra dimensional space.
Then we'll delete him then.
This guy looks friend shaped. I say we let him out.
What say you? Are you friend shaped?
I'm willing to work with whoever as long as that bone devil dies by the end of the week.
Ah, a man of culture. I like it.
What did he do
Let's-
to you?
It's a devil on the material plane, kind of a no-no. Sort of my job to make sure they stay where they're supposed to.
So you're sort of like a border patrol, keeping them, in their dimension.
That's the Agent of Ice.
Keeping them on their side of the wall.
Oh,
Yeah, considering the results when they end up on this side are, as he points to the long curling horns, deep red skin, this, and usually stolen souls, death, mayhem, etc.
we must
Yeah,
Kind
hurry.
of-
the usual.
Friends, we must hurry. We need to figure out what we're going to do, because we can't. My friends up there can't strike the other guard for as long as we'd like. I have cloaks for us to wear so that we don't get discovered when we're out in the field, but we need to act quickly.
Well, okay.
Is he
No.
recommending that we hide ourselves and slink around?
Friends recommending that you regroup, and I assume plan a new assault on the bone devil.
Yes, that part I agree with. But slinking around in the shadows is not a way for honorable combat.
Slinking
But
is
you're
for
a hunter.
snakes.
You're a hunter, right? Does not the hunter disguise himself in the underbrush to take his target unawares?
Not this one. I announce myself loudly and give them a fighting chance.
You're probably a really bad hunter.
I'll hunt you, Goop.
Hey, this is a great conversation, but I would like to get out and not be stuck here until whatever.
You know what?
plan
You know what?
comes through.
Me too, friend. Me too. But we are where we are. There's only so much we can do about it.
Who has the keys? Is it
Garrett,
It's the guy. Yeah.
Garrett has the keys. He got them from the people he has charmed. So
Garrett?
You-
let him out?
it's like you got.
okay, I will remove him from his shackles within the confines of this cargo container. He opens the door.
And Goop will walk in and give him a big old hug. You're our friend now. We are going to learn so much about each other.
Oh,
I am
I'm not-
Goop.
Friend. Walk ahead
I'm not
of
really
me,
a hugger.
brandishing my musket.
It is a pleasure to. Oh, what's your name, by the way?
As he's trying to just like pry Goop off of him, but you know it's Goop. The name's Kyber. I'm not really a hugger.
Well, I
Let
am.
go.
I
Well,
am Goop.
Goop
Nice
is.
to meet you.
You're just gonna have to deal with it. But okay. Got a question for you. Do you like mushrooms?
They're not my favorite kind of food.
But you're not averse to trying one every now and again, right?
No.
Excellent. By the way, you said this was yours, right? Here you go. And I hand you the cloak that I had wrapped around. It's not my color anyway.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Also, just look around. I think armor, glaive, that amulet you're talking about, and that other emblem, also mine.
What do you do again?
Short
You're
term.
some sort of priest or holy knight? What's the deal?
Well, he's
Yeah,
not
on
a
the night side. Short terms, my job. I help keep things that aren't supposed to be on the material plane where they're supposed to be. Or we send them back to where they're supposed to be.
I kind of take a quick glance at that plate mail. Like, are there any insignias on it of like a deity perchance or anything like that?
You wouldn't see anything of the deity, but I do believe you potentially would recognize the symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay. And does the mail look like, you know, like shiny, gleaming, like good guy mail, or
Black and red and adorned with flames because it's gas.
spikes and skulls and as much death as you can cram onto a chess piece?
I would just like to point out that when we met this fellow, he was incarcerated. He obviously is of questionable character, and I demand he walk in front of me so I can keep an eye on him.
We were also in the box.
Yeah, I assume y'all walked, you got right into the Bone Devil. Took exception to you guys not agreeing to give you all the stuff.
Well, you see, he wanted to give us haircuts, but only one of us would let him.
Yes. Have you seen a man? His name is Keith. He's like somewhere, but he has a hammer named Bessie.
Goop, my friend. Keith has passed on to another life.
Oh,
I'm very
Mr.
confused
E.
on what haircuts are.
sorry about your. I think he's saying that your friend is dead, which I think guess I'm sorry.
So when will he be back?
That's typically not how it works, Goop.
I got this. Goop, he'll be back when Mr. E comes back.
When does Mr. E come back?
In a while. We're really busy.
Haircuts take a while.
Yeah.
We just shield Goop from the horror of death the entire time by telling him everybody went to get haircuts.
This isn't for him. This is for us. He's bringing death to him.
Wait, double checking. Is it an hour to get on?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. So we can either do this now, or we can get someplace where we can't get jumped any second.
We can put our armor on, but we can't attune to anything, right?
Well, we wouldn't have lost attunement, would we?
No, you're still tuned to the stuff you have. I'm not going to worry about that aspect of it. You're just attuned. If you want to take 10 minutes, you can see the guards over the far side of the room, and you can see the two that have, I don't know if you can see them over here, the yellow dots. Those are the ones that are charmed, and they're escorting the other one that's not charmed away from you guys. So you'll have some time if you need to get your armor on or anything like that. to the exit. You can see Garrett moving towards the exit, which is down here at the south. So after 10 minutes of time, you're able to you can all meet up down at the door here where Garrett is headed to, and he's got robes in his hand, and he's saying, like, he hands one to Goop, he hands one to everyone that comes by. Den, you get a robe. Kfar, he gives you a robe. He tries to hand one to Sir Anton Montague. Do you take it?
I suppose I have to.
Okay. He hands you one, and as his, you're moving down with him as well. Okay. Do you have access to move your tokens still?
Oh.
Yes. No. Okay. Cool. Great. They're going south, not north.
So once we're all gathered and we all have our robes, KFO will say, so if you like, I can help touch up the disguise. Just make it a little more convincing. Let's do that.
Okay.
So I have a disguise kit. So essentially I'm going to use it to try and heavily disguise us to a point where it's a lot harder to tell that we're faking it if we get seen.
Okay. All right. Garrett just cast disguise self on himself, and so he looks like what they look like. But if you want to try and do that, give me a performance check.
A performance check? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm using a tool proficiency, can I add my proficiency to it? Because I'm not proficient in performance, but I am proficient in disguise kits. So.
Okay, sure. Yeah, why not?
All right. So in that case, well, I'll roll persuasion.
Okay.
And
we'll just count that as the roll.
Yeah.
17. Yeah, you do a good job on yourself.
Oh well, this is for everybody else. I don't need it because I can cast disguise self as well.
Okay. Yeah. You do a good enough job. I mean, you haven't seen the faces of any of these monks. You've just seen the heavy cowls covered over their faces. It's covering basically
I guess the only ones
down below their chin.
There were. You mentioned that there were some that didn't have cowls over their heads, though, or at least one that pulled their cowl back, or something like that. We saw one of them.
Well,
not once.
I would
not
like,
once. I say that.
Since we're all we've decided to go the stealth route, and somebody has dared to insult Sir Anton Montague, 6th Earl of Spelljaming Vessel Yatcha, I would like to prove that I am quite capable as a hunter to move without being seen. So we are going to pass without trace.
Okay. All right, so you're going to go out the door. Yeah, everyone, to try and pass, also, you guys can either give me a stealth check with the pass without a trace or a performance check. Both of them are advantage because you're all wearing your cloaks. So let's see if you guys can blend in with the other monks that are out there.
Yeah, I'll do a stealth and add 10.
26.
Yeah.
26, 35.
17.
31. And that's his Kyber. So 16 with him. Still pretty good.
I'm gonna use Ben Luck to give myself an extra. Oh wait! I have another thing. I can re-roll an ability check, I believe.
Okay.
It's a sorcery thing. Sorry, just want to find it.
Okay.
I'm a terrible hunter, Goop.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean you're joking.
So when I roll an ability check that fails, I can roll a d20. Sorry, spend a sorcery point and re-roll it.
Okay. Feel free.
Let's try that again. There we go. 25.
Great. Wonderful. Garrett, as he turns you, I think maybe your extra items might be in the treasury. That is in the back of the island, which we need to make it to our control room so we can get the island bridge to elevate itself to get us to there. So we should try and make our way to that position. Although we can look around if you feel so inclined to do so. And he opens the door and walks you guys out onto the main area. You guys come out right over here. We got to pin you. So right here is where you exit. And you need to make your way to the control area, which is that's the starting point. If you guys one of y'all want to pull your token out on the map, you can use it to direct where you guys are going. Well, Kfar is a leader. We'll put him out there. Kfar, will make your token a little bit smaller. All right, Kfar, this is where the party is.
Okay.
Here is where you've been before. That is the cathedral.
Mhm.
You know about that place. You know this is the Inn's room. They talked to you about it when you were walking in. And you know that these over here are the dormitories. Again, that's something they told you about when you were walking in.
Where did Garrett say that they may have taken our stuff?
He wants you to go to the back over here. That's where the treasury is. And there's some sort of control mechanism over on that side.
I don't know about any of you, but the treasury does sound rather appealing, doesn't it?
Certainly does. Especially if we can get our own things back.
Plus interest.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get to the back. Do we on our travel through? Did we happen to see any way to get there?
You should be able to just wander around, and there's paths that go and cut back and forth in between, certain switchbacks on this mountain here that you're able to make your way back there. It just takes some time and you have to negotiate around. There is once you make it over to this darker side, you're able to see over here. There's sort of a glass sort of overlook, basically. And here you see another floating island in the middle of the floating island, and below it, that's it. You see the floating island. You don't see anything else about it. And then you see this control room that's over here.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, so we're probably going to head. So we'd have to get down there. We have to go. Let's get the ruler. I would have to go like up here, or can we go like down?
You can go down and around if you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess that's what we're going to do then.
Okay. So as you're making your way over there, this area is a maze of damaged controls and broken machinery. Countless wires twist their way across the walls, erupting from control panels that have been pulled apart to lay bare their internal components. As you get into this control room, 5 clear canisters connected by metal tubing and wires line the walls, each one filled with viscous fluid and what appears to be a humanoid brain.
Interesting.
Maybe we should break it.
You hear in your head, "Please don't break my brain."
Who are you?
I'm Alton.
Alton. It's a perfectly mundane name. So what are you in for?
What do you mean?
Or what are you doing as a brain?
I was trapped here. I'm the Grand Master of the distressed body.
Hmm.
So,
Wow.
you want to be a brain?
No. My body was taken from me. I was put in this jar.
Groot got put in a jar. It's not fun. Well,
Yes, very small.
how would one put you back in your body?
I don't know that it could happen.
Ah,
But I am in this jar, and I'm living at least something, and it's better than being dead.
idea. What if we put him in my body?
You know what, Goop? I was just thinking the same thing. See, Goop, you're a genius. Can we? Does it look like we'd be able to disconnect the brain from the jar? The brain in the jar, and from where it is, and move it.
You could try to disconnect it, but it doesn't look like you can move them. They're very large.
Oh, it's a really big jar.
Big jar.
How big's the
I mean, it's got a humanoid brain inside of it, but it's like jar, big old jar where it's floating.
Okay. I mean, could the jar like fit in like the space of like Goop's head?
Probably.
Wait, we're putting it in my head with the jar.
Probably not. No.
What about his stomach, like his torso?
Maybe. But as you guys are talking about this, you're going to do that to my friend. I don't think that's a good idea.
Who said that?
My name is Dunstan.
Gustav.
Dunstan.
Ah. Okay. Hey, say, how do we get to the vault? And how do we get inside?
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos.
All right. Okay. The best way to get in there is for us to raise the bridge so that you can enter it.
Can you please?
If you try to fly over there, you will most certainly die. As there is an anti-magic field surrounding all of the treasury.
How do we raise the bridge?
How do we disable the anti-magic field?
Or that?
Well, we could raise the bridge if we feel so inclined.
Oh, I mean, would you? I mean, we're trying to, get our stuff back that was stolen from us and deal with this bone devil person. Any help? I mean, even just getting our own stuff back would go a long way toward helping us do that.
Perhaps. What is it you bring to us?
What do you want?
Well, I mean, for one thing, we will be getting rid of the bone devil. I mean, what else do you want besides that?
Speak with me about something of the arcane nature.
Sorry, you said what?
Treat with me about something of the arcane nature.
You
know, this monastery once was a planetary craft. Crashed here long ago. It was quite a spectacular crash at the time.
Oh yeah? How did it? What's its mode of propulsion?
Well, you see all the engines underneath that are keeping this place afloat, but that would be the propulsion method that exists.
I'm not familiar with what an engine is.
It superheats coal and other such burning materials to create a explosion of energy that has been directed in a certain location, and that keeps things moving either in a direction or afloat.
It sounds incredibly useful. How do they work? And the idea is that I'm going to try and talk to them about figuring out how technology like engine works and engines and stuff work.
Okay. Let's see here.
While I am a caster, actually don't really know a whole lot about magic. I'm a sorcerer, not a wizard, so.
Give me intelligence roll.
Intelligence. Okay.
You can do Arcana if you'd like.
It's the same roll. Yep, cool. Oh, I didn't roll it. That's what I get. It's pretty clear that I don't understand it.
As you talk to him, he kind of sours on speaking to you. But it's quite clear that you have no idea of what I'm talking about. These things are over your head. So I'm afraid that I'm bored of speaking with this one. I will speak to another if need be. You hear it chime in your head. Well,
Hello.
that's kind of rude of you. I mean, he was just trying to talk to you about the engines, and you had to say something like that to him. Well, that's just downright uncouth of you. Yes, it is, Edith, but it is what it is. I wish to speak with somebody who is my intellectual equal, and this one obviously is not. Well, that's just rude to call somebody stupid because they don't understand something quite as well as you do. I mean, for real, that is just unright of you. Could you do something for me? It looks like your name is a Kfar. Kfar, could you do something for me? It would make my day. I need some sort of performance of some sort to entertain me. I am a bored brain. I only have these 4 other fellows to talk to from the millennials, and I really could use some form of entertainment to keep me less bored for the next millennia.
Mhm.
Oh, I have an idea. For entertainment.
Okay.
How about the duel? And I tackle Kfar. Just right there.
There's probably not a whole lot I can do about that.
Athletics versus acrobatics or strength. Acrobatics or athletics. So you want to tackle him, just roll an athletics, roll a goop.
And since this would be to like grapple, I have advantage.
Yeah. 23. Good luck. Good luck beating that, Kfar.
Nope.
You see Goop tackling Kfar and wrestling around on the ground with him, holding him a nice little grapple. Well, that is entertaining per se, but I'm looking more along the lines of some sort of performance. Like, do any of y'all playing kind of instruments or act or sing or anything like that I might be able to think about the music in the future when you're not here and I don't have anybody to talk to but these 4 knuckleheads.
Oh,
I take issue with you calling me knucklehead. I'm just another person within the brain, just like you. I'm no different. Well, but you're kind of rude about it, Dunstan. So, if you guys could play me an instrument, that would be wonderful.
Goop will help Kfar up and apologize.
I press the digitation and just clear all the dust off. Well, and unwrinkle my outfit.
Sure.
I
Don't
know
worry.
an instrument. I know the drum, but I do not own one.
You know the drum. You're proficient with drumming.
Yes.
Wait,
All right.
I can help with this actually, because prestidigitation you can create a small item. Oh wait, no magic. Oh no, it has to fit in your hand. It's a little hand drum. It's like this big.
Wait, I got this. Dan 2 different shields from building and lays them down. And then, how long are javelins?
They're like 8 feet, I think.
Javelin's like 5 feet.
Yeah.
5,
8 feet's really long for a
I
javelin.
have a rusted iron bar. That can't be that long. I pass him that. And I have a walking stick. I give him that.
Sure. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, give me a performance check. You're proficient, so you can add that and add charisma. So
Oh no.
charisma and proficiency.
I didn't think about this. That I'm actually really bad at charisma.
But you have proficient. You are proficient. Hey,
So it would be 19. It would
it would
be.
be 19. You play a fantastic. You're on the. You're giving the shields and the rusted thing and the cane. And you're just like, All right.
I imagine it's less of Goop actually knows how, and he just really likes hitting them, and it just sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Wonderful job. And once you finish, after about 5 minutes later, well, that was wonderful. Thank you very much, Goop. That was fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my 2 portions of the bridge, and if you look out the window, you see the small floating island out here, and the first stone. You see a stone rise out from underneath, like it comes out from like this part here and raises up, and then you see another stone come out, go out to about the 6th space and rise up. So you have a 1st and 6th stones raised. Thank you very much. But you guys are too kind.
I ask the the grumpy head, hey, you wanted to talk about magic. Do you know anything about the ancient civilization of Karadesh?
Haradesh.
It's famous, extremely powerful. Well, I say famous in the right circles. They're famous, but for some very interesting and unique forms of magic.
Okay.
Kfar is going to start telling this really long-winded story about this really intricate magic and how it works. It's total crap. It's complete bullshit.
Mm.
But he's trying to make it. He's really trying to sell it, trying to make it really, really convincing that he does know what he's talking about. So if he asks any questions, he has an answer that seems somewhat plausible, but might not necessarily make a whole lot of sense to him.
Give me a deception check first.
Okay. That's the plan. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna that'll do.
Because he kind of believe you, I need an Arcana check at advantage to see if you get the magical aspects of it correct.
Sure. I'm gonna use Bend Luck
Okay.
to increase it by 1d4.
All right.
So 17.
17. Well, that is so. I wish I could. I wish I could have seen such evidence. That seems quite fantastic, for sure. I think I misjudged you originally. I apologize for that. As a compensation, I will give you my 2 discs to the bridge to the treasury, and you guys can continue to try to work with the other rails and try and get them to raise their discs as well. And you see out in the window again, 2 more discs come out. 1 more comes out on the 8th spot, and 1 pops up right next to the treasury itself. So you have succeeded in convincing or talking to 2 of the 5 rains. I guess you guys aren't so bad after all. I don't know. But I'm worried about what you might do, and that's just concerning. And I don't think that you guys should be here. You should just leave.
We can't leave. The bone guy killed one of our friends.
That's
Took-
unfortunate.
Well,
But
he
on
took
top of
our
this-
staff. We have a staff of resurrection, so I can bring my friend back, but it's in there.
On top of which, the reason we're here to begin with is to search for a very important person that's gone missing, and this place is a clue to being able to find him. There's a lot at stake if we don't manage to find this person.
I don't know that you guys should be messing with this stuff. This is really important stuff, and the Bone Devil may kill people, but at least he's in charge, and that when the authority is important, and I think that well, he's in charge, and I should follow what he says.
Well, I mean, you could always follow what I say instead. I am, after all, the leader of our de facto group. I have been charged with responsibility of taking care of. I've led us through the Underdark, past demon princes, and through civil wars.
You're just a person. That Bone Devil knows what's he's in charge. He's the guy I have to follow.
Why do you need to follow him?
He's the leader. He's my leader. He's the one of authority over me.
Okay, how about we all have a vote? Who thinks that this brain should follow my lead? Everybody vote.
I'll raise my hand.
You pull raise both.
If you haven't figured out, this is a skill check challenge. So you've used Arcana, you've used Performance. So you need to figure out another way to try and use an ability check to try and convince this thing.
Sounds like he's trying to persuade it.
Okay, and that's not what I'm going for.
How about intimidation then? If we try for the vote and it doesn't work, Kayfa's going to say, well, it seems like you might not be particularly useful. I mean, the other people seem to trust us as well. You maybe don't. Maybe we don't need you anymore. Maybe we put somebody else in your place, and somebody that can recognize when a change of the guard is in order. And
Okay.
I move to start unscrewing the jar.
Oh wait. Yeah, give me an intimidation.
Okay. I'm also. I'd like to do something if I can. I'm going to use subtle spell, so nobody knows that I'm casting the spell. I'll link subtle spell if you need me to.
No, I got it. I know.
Okay. I'm going to use that. I'm going to cast Friends.
Friends.
So it's an action, but basically it gives me advantage on the next charisma-based check that I make against them. Afterwards, they'll know, and they might become not happy, but they know that I've influenced them.
After a minute.
Okay.
For a minute, they're very friendly.
So you can cast Friends on this one.
Mhm.
Okay. Sure.
Another thing about it as well, there's no save.
Yeah, there's no save. I got it. You subtle cast Friends. Got it.
All right.
Good. Give me an intimidation roll at advantage.
How many sorcery points do I have left? Give me a second.
Okay.
I should still have enough. Subtle spell is 1, and Bend Luck is another 2. So, yep. So I'll use Bend Luck and add an extra D4.
Okay.
So 15.
15. Okay. He's like, fine. No, you're in charge. You're in charge. Don't unscrew me. Don't unscrew me. And you can. I'll do whatever you want. I'll raise my stone so you can get across. You see 2 more stones pop up. And it's the second one that pops up. Sort of there's 1 and 2 are up, and then you've got the 6th, the 7th, 8th, and 10th. So you got 2 more brains to convince. Well, might you be able to tell me a yarn? I'm very good at telling things apart, and obviously you're a joke. Thurston couldn't see the lies you are weaving in, but I definitely can.
A man who sees to the heart of things. Okay, so you see, you can tell that you could tell that I was lying. You can see, you could easily tell. How about this? You tell me 2 truths and a lie, and I'll try and guess which one the lie is.
I'm not in a position. I'm not here to try and convince you of my greatness. You're here to convince me of yours. Tell me
Exactly,
something.
and that's the point. Is that
Tell
if
me
I
something you think I might believe. your paltry skills.
How
If
rude.
if this brain had a face, he'd be sneering at you.
Okay. I mean, so I don't know. Would deception already have counted as having been used because I used it to supplement the Arcana check,
No.
or no? Okay. Well, maybe I should tell you the story of how it is my companions and I ended up in each other's charge, or in each other's company.
Okay.
So initially we met in a prison run by the Drow. What you don't know is how I ended up there. And so I'm going to tell this story about how, I used to be a log cutter. Or not a lot, but yeah, I used to work in a log cutting village. I have a family with 5 children, and I named all of the children, and because I've got and one day there's this lot of things that happened that forced me to leave and go into the big city. I became an adventurer and then ended up in the Underdark, getting caught by the Drow, made my escape. I tell this epic tale that, I mean, if any, it would be like a blockbuster movie. If is the idea. All about that. I don't mention anything about how I actually got caught, but
Sure. Go ahead, give me another deception roll. We'll see if this one works.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
You guys are all welcome to try and join in too. It doesn't have to be Kate running the show on this So
fucking shit.
Thing.
everyone else just letting Kfar do his leader thing.
I mean, it's working out so far.
Hey, I played the drums. All right.
He played the drums.
He played the drums. I
The
will give him that.
drums.
He did the performance. He did the performance check. I will give him that. Yeah, he seems that seems very sad for your family. Well, it's good of you to, telling me something that I feel like is true to the heart. And he raises for the 4th and 5th levers. And finally, you just have the first brain, the first one you came in with. Well, I guess you guys want me to do something for you. I don't know if you want me to do something for you. You're kind of just, leaving me alone after Edith and Dunstan started talking. You kind of ignored me. I mean, that's not nice. Why would you do that? I mean, I'll help you if you want, but I mean, come on.
You know what? You're right. We shouldn't have done. We should have made a point of addressing all of you, and for that you have my sincerest, heartfelt apologies. It would make me very happy and extremely grateful if you would be willing to assist us and raise your parts of the bridge to allow us to reach the center island and recover our things, possibly save our friend, and maybe end the tyranny of this bone devil.
Okay, give me a persuasion check, please.
All right.
That's really good. That's really good. It's like it's good of you to recognize that you had made a mistake, and I can appreciate that you see that in yourself now. So I'm going to help you out. I want to be helpful. I want to be helpful to you guys, and so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. And you see out in the window the bridge is now fully extended. And it's been about a minute, so your friends probably is gone at this point. We're going to go ahead and say it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point, the one you were talking about, you were, I can't believe you would cast a spell to try and deceive me like that. That's so wrong. I can't believe it. Now the path, the discs are still up, but you're in a room that's has a bunch of electronic equipment on it, has gauges and whatnot, and you see, you kind of hear you can hear the hum of the engines, and that engine hum, that roar, has become more powerful. It's like the engines are starting to exert an extreme amount of power over and above what they were exerting not 30 seconds ago.
Why is it doing that?
It might be mad. Maybe we should get across the bridge.
Okay. So you exit.
Mhm.
The bridge is fully extended. You can easily make it across these discs. Each disc seems to have the effect of tensors floating disc spell. They're about, each disc is a plane of force about 3 feet in diameter, 1 inch thick. And you can just make your way across to this other island.
All right. I thank the heads or the brains for their assistance and promise to do the very best that I can.
All right. So running across the bridge.
Yep.
Are there any difficulties, or can we just make it?
No difficulties at all. There's all the steps are in the places they're supposed to be in, and you have no problem making it across. Now you're able to make it across into the next build. You see a building on top of this island, and you're able to approach the island without issue. There's these 2 doors that are blocking off the entrance to the treasury. You're able to. They are not locked. You're able to open them at your leisure.
Okay, all right. I'm sure there's nothing wrong here. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see if we can find our misplaced belongings.
Okay. All 5 of you go in with him.
Yep.
Okay. Treasury map. As you walk into this room, you see all sorts of boxes and desks and tables, and in the middle you see another giant jar with another brain in it. And also you see the Bone Devil. He's got the same crown and scepter in his hand. He was before you could see he was kind of talking towards the brain. Kind of leaning against it, kind of tapping it, laughing a little. And then he looks at you. He's like, what are you doing in hell? You should be in the prison.
They let us out. They said that they don't want to work for you anymore, and they'd ask it if you would please go back to your home plane and give us all of your stuff. That's what they said.
I heard it.
Whoever
did
that
say
is
that.
will die, as you all will. Roll initiative.
No.
I'm on fire.
Then who currently has advantage?
Me,
You?
I have it. Yeah, look, I rolled with advantage. Can't you see?
Double checking.
Is
I
that
do
a
as a
six
result of
with
a magic
advantage?
item.
Holy
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh, that hurts.
DWB, can you show the aura on my? Oh no, my aura is showing. It's just
Is
a
it
terrible
showing?
color.
It's
I'll
a good
switch
color.
that.
It's not disruptive.
You can also barely see it.
Okay, see.
There we go. Everyone but K-Far has.
I don't know if it matters, but I can't see the aura.
There you go.
There we go.
There it is. Everyone but
I'm,
K-Far.
um,
Do you
I
want?
don't
Do you
know.
want to say K-Far gets it?
Yeah, K-Far gets it.
All right. Everyone has a +3 to initiative.
Nice.
What?
That's what his aura does. I can't, that's what it is.
Cool.
So Goop, you're at
Oh, I have to turn that off now.
20. Sir Anton, yeah. So Sir Anton, you're at 18.
Yeah, I keep trying to change it, but then somebody else updates the tracker and it doesn't take it.
Mm-hmm,
There we go, fixed.
Okay, and we will do the descending. Actually, I had to roll Garrett in, don't I? Sorry, one sec. Forgot about that guy.
Oh. Den, you need to increase yours.
He did.
Or does it matter?
Oh, really?
Oh, did he not? No, he has a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, but neither did Kyber Crystal, so
I think Kyber starts with that. I think he already has it rolled in with his.
oh, I see.
And
That his +0 to his initiative then?
Does it. All right, and descending. And then we're going to start. Kfar, you start.
Okay. I am going to start off by trying to blow him up.
Okay.
Using a fireball.
Can I
Sorry, I'm just
interject?
going to get the token. Yeah.
Because we just fought this thing like yesterday evening, and during that fight, we already know that fire doesn't work.
I can change it. You also know that I'm able to change the element of spells that I cast.
Just making sure you remembered that.
Yeah. It's a devil. Yeah. No, that's all good. Don't worry. I am going to change the damage type to lightning.
Okay. Lightning.
Sorry, I'm just looking for the token so that I can move it. Spell token. Fireball. There we go.
Okay. Your save is
So my save now will be DC 17. 17.
17.
Yes.
Okay. He fails and takes whatever the damage is going to be.
Sorry. Third level. Boom. 26.
26. All right. Takes
As well as
26.
anybody else that's in that area, because
No.
Cool. Following that, Kfar is going to move around a bit. Move to there, and I will end my turn.
You will end your turn. All righty.
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to surge? Because
Yes, please surge. All right, there you go.
Cool. Bonus action.
All right,
Ah,
you go over there.
I'm channeling Keith.
There you go, Shane. You got it. All right.
Sorry,
Turn.
just rolled a
It is
D20
the
as well.
Bone Devil's turn, and I just want to remind you guys of the extended melee range that he's got, where you can melee from anywhere in the room.
Yep.
He's got multi-attack of 2 of his claw attacks and 1 sting. So he sees the new person in the room. Well, you are supposed to be in that cage forever until I was able to come and take your face. I guess we'll start with you since you wanted to defy me. So he's going to go 1 attack on Kyber, 1 attack on the gift because you did a lot of damage to him last time. And he'll do the sting attack on Kate. So Kyber shouldn't have rolled out at advantage. So 12 doesn't hit.
Miss. Yep, misses.
All right. A next attack on Sir Anton Montague. 23 to hit you, Sir Anton Montague.
Hit.
That's a 7 slashing. And then the sting attack's going at Kfar. A 15 to hit.
I am going to use. Wait, do I have enough? I don't think I have enough. Ben luck is 2. No, I've only got 1 left. Damn it! Nope, I'm taking it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You take 11 piercing and 22 poison. I need a con save.
Okay. Well, 1122, so I'm on S33.
And you fail, so you become poisoned for the next minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Repeat the save at the end of your turn. Oh, I need to move you. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. And he's going to then move himself to here. And that is the turn of the Bone Devil. Goop, what would you like to do?
I will move here and I will use my Eldritch Claw tattoo as a bonus action to empower my strikes.
Okay.
So, how do I link it? Am I stupid?
Yes.
There you go. So my melee attacks with a weapon are now 15 feet,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then it's extra damage.
Got it.
So first two,
Both of those hit.
and so an extra 2d6.
Yes. All right.
And that's it.
Okay. That is it. It was done. On to Sarathon Montague, 6th level of the spell, Jeremy.
Bonus
Gotcha.
action. I would like to designate it as my Slayer's Prey. And then I know. So shocked, I'm sure. And then I actually forgot to re-equip ye old musket. Let me check and make sure that it is still. Yep, okay, set for sharpshooter. Here we go. Shoot it twice. Pow, pow.
First one hits.
All right, so 25 piercing, and then all of these numbers too. So,
10, 13, 38.
hurrah! That's it. That's everything I got.
All right. All right, Garrett's turn. He's not really a combatant per se, so he's just going to move to here. And he's going to look at Kyber. Like, you look like you're an important person. You could do what you need to do. I am going to impart in you the ability to do something. Here, have the inspiration of the bards that you can so desperately be able to imply on your next attack if you so choose, or if you need to. So you get a d6. And then he continues to move to this position there and stop.
All right, and just I guess just to Anton next to me, does he talk like that all the time?
Not sure.
Ben,
Okay.
your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see, how far is it? Wait, which one's the ruler? Ruler's the ruler.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, he's almost. I would like to move 5 feet closer. So I'm within. And you know what? I'm not gonna do anything special. Because last time I tried to do special things, it all went to shit. So instead, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 4th level at the stupid bone guy.
All right. A 10 is a miss.
Guess I'm not. You know what?
You go
It's the
5.
same outcome as if I had done anything else. So that's my turn.
All right. Kyber, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. First, I cannot reach him in one go. Let me check. Yeah, I cannot reach him in one go. So for my action, I will move to get closer to him, 30 feet here, and then as an action, I will cast. Since it's what I do, protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
And as I ready my glaive to the bone level. Last time you managed to get the jump on me with numbers. Let's see how you fare now.
All right.
And end of my turn.
All right. Back to the top of the round. Kfar, what would you like to do?
So Kfar will use a bonus action to spend a 3rd level spell slot to regain 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and cast a 4th level spell. I'm going to cast. Oh, sorry. What's it again? Chaos Bolt. Targeting him. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to negate the disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
So it'll just be a straight roll, and we'll do a 4th level chaos bolt.
12 is a miss.
It is.
But
Okay.
don't forget to roll your d20.
Oh yeah.
So
Ooh,
close.
close.
So close. So close.
Yep. And then I'll move. Yeah, I'll move back here. And then I'll make my con save for the poison.
All right. No longer poisoned.
Cool. That's it.
All right. And then your turn. On to the Bone Devil. He sees people coming at him. He didn't like what Goop did, so he's gonna Vorpal Goop twice, and he's gonna use his stinger on the approaching Kyber. So Vorpals at Goop 1 and 2. Those are both gonna miss. And then the stinger coming at Kyber. 15's also going to miss. He's very upset with that. He's going to displace to here. And unfortunately, he is running away from you guys. He wants to escape if he can. And that's his turn. Goop, you're up. It doesn't hit. That does not hit either.
Elaine.
You're muted if you're speaking right now.
I will spend a key point to Flurry of Blows as a bonus action.
Okay.
So, number 1.
That's a hit.
And I will spend a key point to Stunning Strike.
Okay. A 10. He is stunned.
And then it's advantage on any other attacks after, right? If they're
It is
stunned.
because he's stunned.
All right, so I'll punch him again.
Okay.
And
That's
then the extra damage from the tattoo.
all right.
And that is it.
All right. So right, Montague, 6 to spell Jeremy Yaksha. What would you like to do?
I heard that he's stunned, and I have advantage.
Those are two things you heard correctly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fire twice with
Okay.
advantage. 17,
Miss
15.
and miss.
Spend luck on the first one.
Woo,
Okay.
all right. Do I have to roll? Is it 18 or better?
He rolls it. You do have to roll it.
Anything
all right,
but
first-
one. Hey.
Hey, one.
The first one hits.
Okay. All right. That's good. So 19 Player's Party favorite.
Oh my
Kidding me?
gosh.
I'll go ahead and spend another one of my Astral Spark just because. So 24.
Yep.
That's gonna be it.
Okay. All right, it's Garrett's turn. He kind of, he's like, you guys doing a great job. I'm going to continue to help you out as I can. He opens this crate here and kind of looks inside. I'm looking to try and find your important items. Hopefully, we can find them in here. But he's looking around, looting inside. You see his hands move around a little bit as he's looking around. I think I might have found at least one or two of the items in this box, which here I have found within this point in time. And he starts throwing the items you're missing onto the ground. So you see the bracers of the fence and the illusionist bracers and the ring fall to the ground, as well as your new gun, all on display on the ground. The only thing he doesn't throw out is the Rod of Resurrection.
Ye new rifle?
Yeah, they're all sitting on the ground right over here, with the exception of the Rod of Resurrection. But that's it for him. 10, you're up.
Yes. Her again because I have tiny feet. Okay, I'm going to go my 20 feet this way, and I'm gonna try to get that advantage this time because, hey, a man.
Does not hit.
Well, Well, she wrote. I suppose. That's Den's turn.
All right, Den's turn is over. Kyber.
All right. Let's move 30 feet. Get here. Oh, nope, that's still on the ruler. Get here.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, we love a good reach weapon. So we'll make our 2 attacks.
Good. With advantage.
Yes, sir. All right. First one. Rolling.
That's a hit.
Okay. I mean, like, why not just a low number in it? Sure, I don't have all my usual damage extras. But I will drop a first level smite.
All right. It is a D-Maul.
So I will do 3d8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And with that, the body of this bone devil suddenly just becomes rigid. Not like any demon or devil you've dealt with in the past, kind of turns into mush and disappears. Now this creature becomes rigid and just kind of falls backwards and lands frozen.
That's not supposed to happen.
Weirder death.
Goop is satisfied. I'm gonna go pick up my bracers.
Kyber's gonna be investigating the body because that's not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still in combat or are we out of combat now?
Oh, you're out of combat.
Well,
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
reclaim ye new hunting rifle.
Put my braces on. Start digging around, see what we've got around in these crates.
Okay.
If anyone finds my staff or rod, let me know. We still need that thing.
All right. Is there anything weird with the body?
It just looks like it's frozen in place. Like it's still got that weird looking grin. The eyes are open. It's like it's stunned, but it's laying on the ground, which is not how these things usually die. So, you see one of the things die and they usually, turn to goop or, dissipate themselves back to the to another plane or anything like that. This guy is not doing any of those things.
I'll give it like another good stab just to see what happens.
You're stabbing deep into it, and then you pull your blade out, and there's no blood on it.
What does this thing do?
I'm gonna
And
hit it with the
this
tentacle whip
This is a fiend.
just to make sure that it's actually dead.
You hit it with a tentacle whip. I'm not even gonna have you roll it. You hit it, and again,
Is it
you
like
hit it.
fracture or break or?
It rends like as you're pulling towards it. You feel that it's got sort of a metallic sort of tear to it. And it's at that point the head kind of just you see a puff of smoke as the center of the head kind of opens up, and out of it flies. So I pulled the wrong thing to the wrong thing. This quasit and kind of pops up on top of it. Hey! You enough! I get it. You destroyed my machine.
I'm sorry. What are you?
I'm the pilot. Funny story. I saw this guy polishing here like years ago, and he was making all these machines. I just took his design, and I took the skeleton of the bone devil, and I made a machine. Obviously, look at him, so cool.
So you're the
Can you
thing
make one for me?
responsible for our friend's death.
Well, I mean, you guys are trying to usurp my power. I gotta maintain my power. You know how it is.
Can you make me one? as well as one of those floating thrones that you had.
Can I make another one? What?
Yeah, one of those, but for me, and then a flying throne too.
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe if I had enough time to do it. You hear in your heads, please just kill that thing and give me my body back. I've been stuck in this jar for near millennia. The brain in the jar is speaking to you.
Okay. How much time would you need to build me one?
Wait, is the brain quellish? I asked out loud.
No, I'm not that cursed person.
We're looking at right?
I'm that thing stole my body and turned it into an abomination.
Wait, are you the bone devil?
Of course I am the bone devil.
The person who took over your body was kind of a dick. How do we know you're not going to be a dick too?
I just want to get out of this jar and back to be reunited with my body. Would you please let me have my body?
Do you know where you put my rod?
What rod?
My rod. He took my rod. Do you know where you put it?
Would be in this room somewhere, I would guess.
Kefar goes back to digging through the crates.
Yeah, let's split up, everybody. And I'm gonna go to a different crate and start looking.
Okay. So you're looking around in the room. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in this room. So
Kyber, if the closet's still there, Kyber will hit it to dance it back. So he can finish it on.
I'm sorry. What?
Whatever the closet, Kyber will finish the job.
Okay. Make an attack. Attack's not coming in. All right. Surprisingly, that misses. So he's gonna charge another way. Hey, what are you doing?
Wait. Before you wait. Look, how do I control that throne?
The throne?
I want it.
What throne?
The one that you were on with the devil in the church place.
That's the throne that doesn't fly. It's the throne.
I thought it flies.
No, does other stuff but doesn't fly.
Oh, that's useless then.
Would I
Okay.
know what it is? I'm pretty sure. I thought I had already identified what it was.
You failed that shit, dog.
You
You're like
failed
a
that.
2.
No, last session.
Y'all had some pretty bad rolls when it comes to identity. You didn't even know where you were last time. You didn't even know this was a ship until today. So, because of the history roll at the start of last session. So,
Kefar's going to try and slap the Kazit with a shocking grasp.
Okay.
Uh,
Now that hits, and it's like, why? That's so not nice.
Because you annoyed me. Bonus action, do it again.
Okay, they both hit, and while it is resistant to the lightning that you're doing to it, the damage you do, even with the resistance, is enough to kill it. And it does poof into the dissolution.
Anyway, Kefar just stomps in a huff back to digging through the crates.
Okay, so looking through the crates themselves, you've come across various containers and coffers that have that much gold in them, silver, copper, platinum. You do see on the table over here where Garrett is, there are different books and journals and whatnot. Looks like one of them might he's just looking down at this one here. It appears to be something that might be from the Quellish. I don't know. It looks like his insignia on the front. At that which point, Garrett walks over to the Bow Devil and just takes the crown and the scepter from it these would be my payment for my assistance with you in this matter today of releasing you from the prison. And he puts the crown on his head and puts the scepter on his side.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we just gonna let him do that?
I don't know who he is, so it's up to you guys.
Garrett, we're not done yet. Besides, do the crown and scepter look magical?
I don't know. Do they look
I mean,
magical? Give me an Arcana check. Do they look magical?
okay.
Yes, distinctly.
I don't know. I mean, are they like glowing with like purple flames, or
No, they're just
sparkling
they're
with
very
iridescent
very
light?
shiny. They're very shiny looking. They don't look like they have any kind of deterioration on them personally. But your Arcana check and there's Sam's and your Arcana checks are they look shiny.
Garrett, what you should probably, those things look magical. You should probably let Dan identify them. They could be cursed. If you attune to them and they're cursed, you'll have a really bad time. You should let Dan identify them first.
I am well okay with what they are at this point in time. I know what they do, and I'm going to go take care of an issue I have to take care of.
Oh, what are they, and what do they do?
They help me with reaching my master and the 9 Hells, and that's what I need to go do.
He just said
Ooh,
master
he's got a master in the 9 hells, eh?
the nine-
Well,
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Tell him,
He said what?
tell him he owes us a favor.
I think
Wasn't
my
he
new
always-
friend might take offense to that.
Yeah, this one like the movie The Nine Hills.
Like, I'm sorry, you're what? Where?
That's what he said.
The bad.
I'm pretty sure we need to stop him.
Okay.
Did we though?
Yes.
I cast hold person.
And cast hold person on Garrett.
Oh,
Yep.
All right, give me the roll. What is that? Save.
So it'd be a, well, yeah, let's stick that on there.
Wisdom save.
DC
Okay.
17 wisdom save, yeah.
how could this
Oh, let's say I do a
possibly
bonus
go
act. Oh,
wrong?
okay,
He fails. He's currently held.
cool. I walk down. I take the crown and scepter off him.
Look, actually he's there.
Yeah, I walk down to him and then grab them. Then I move back.
Look, I helped you guys escape. I don't see why the big deal is. I just need to get the crown and the scepter.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
Gate to my fine. The scepter and the crown. When you sit on the throne, open a gate to the 9 Hells. I need to enter the 9 Hells to get to my master, and to my patron who is down there in Stygia. I need to go there.
You know that's all kinds of suspicious, right?
I don't know what's suspicious. I let you out of your cages when you were in them, and then when you were there and locked. Had I not intervened, you still would be locked in such rooms at this point in time. So I feel like I am due just compensation to take care of issues that do not concern the
I
rest of
agree
you.
with that
So
statement.
therefore, I
Due
wish to have
compensation,
scepter
yes,
and
but
crown
it should be
so that I can
divided
activate the
evenly.
gate. So that I can activate the gate. After I activate the gate and open it up, I can give you the crown and scepter back. But I need to open it so that I can get inside of it.
And what are we meant to tell the Force Cray? Were you not with them?
No, I do not work with Force Grey. I work with the Cartophile. You will have to tell him that I have given you the maps so far, which we have drawn up to this point here whatsoever. You can look at Gualish's journal on that table that is over there in that specific position and find out where he's gone from here, and you will be able to follow the path that is in there, and you don't need me to draw the map to that location.
Hey, hear me out, everyone. I know that him going to the hills is probably a bad idea,
That's his
but
problem.
it also gets him away from us.
And he helped us.
He's also trying to
If not for
persuade you
him,
to give it to
we'd
us.
still be imprisoned again.
What do you mean again?
But we didn't ask him to help us. He just did it. We don't owe him for that.
We didn't ask the last person either. And do you remember what happened to them?
No, I don't.
Really? You don't remember what happened to the last person who helped us out of prison?
I don't remember being helped out. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we escaped on
I
our
don't-
own.
Well, yeah, why
Most-
don't we show
uh,
you? No. So Kfar is going to cast minor illusion,
Mm-hmm.
so that it sounds like Garrett's voice coming from Garrett saying, and when I find my master, he will come and he will murder all of you.
I think it's
We
pretty
can,
cut and dry.
we can see you do this too.
I mean, you guys are focused on Garrett right now.
That's good
I'm
enough
focused-
reason for Goop.
That's not. You're also still speaking.
Rod.
Well, he's already tried to persuade you to let him go. So I mean, that 24 is pretty stout.
It is very persuasive.
Look, Ben is down to let him go. Ben
Yeah,
doesn't.
so am I. I have been adequately persuaded. I
I'll
want
make-
to
I'll
let
make-
him go
I'll make you a
very
deal, Garrett.
quickly.
Let
Get him
us
out of
let
here.
us open the gate for you, and we'll happily send you on your way.
Very well. Let us make our way to that location. So you
Okay,
may want
after
to.
we've finished looting this place, because we don't know if we're going to be able to come back. So let's do that first, and we're just gonna like make sure we pull everything that there is out of here.
Okay. Do you look at Qualish's journal or anything?
Yes, of
Sure.
course.
We
We'll grab
grab
that too.
So you do what with it?
We look at that too. Grab it. Look at it.
Okay.
Who's touching?
I mean, I'm not the intelligence guy.
It's
so I
over
probably-
there. So if you guys,
None of us are smart, or we wouldn't be here in the first place.
That's
Okay.
that always makes me nervous. I grab it. You do what? Uh-oh.
So, while you guys are having this discussion, are you guys still looting?
yes.
Sure.
All right.
We're looking for
I'm
Den's
just looking
wand.
for my rod.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the boxes because we haven't found that yet. We kind of want that back.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that's what Den's been doing all the time. It's just going box to box looking for the rod.
Okay. You do find this armor. It's this weird armor. It's not in Roll20, but I can. It's definitely magical armor if you wanted to identify it. Then.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, it's leather armor, and I'm just going to put the text in Roll20. It's called Hayward's Hireling Armor. It's got the ability to give a +1 to AC. You can sheathe and draw weapons as one. So if you're drawing two one-handed weapons, you can draw them in one action, or one movement as opposed to one at a time as you normally would. It's got 6 extra material pockets of space. Nice piece of armor.
Was there a reason no one wanted to touch the journal that I missed? Everyone.
The DM asked us who's touching it.
No, I'm just
Oh.
asking if you guys are picking it up.
Yeah,
So once
same thing.
once we're sure that we've been through everything,
Mhm.
everything else here. If nobody else has already, KFR will grab it.
I
Okay.
mean, Goop's
So,
there.
You're going to go through everything. Goop, do you wait for them to go through everything? Is my question.
I'll pick up the journal, but I'll just kind of like hold on to it until someone else comes up.
Okay. So while you guys are going, you find the armor. And we'll say that before Goop picks it up, you also find. I don't know. Somebody roll me a D4. Den, roll me a D4.
I'm the one looking around, I suppose.
Roll me a D4, Den. 2. So you find also that. And then the group picks up the journal.
Uh-oh.
And that's when the fun begins.
Can
And
he be cursed by it if he can't read?
huh? I'm sorry?
Can he be cursed by it if he can't even read?
I don't know. He picks it up. He picked it up, but he didn't notice that there were some things attached to it. Yep. You see these gears on the cover of the journal, and they're really neat looking when you're looking down on them. And so, Goop, you pick it up, and it seems like there was something attached to it, and you're able to pick it up, and whatever's attached to it disconnects without issue. And the gears that were on the journal kind of stop moving. And when you guys entered this room, you're aware of the engine sounds that exist from the island as a whole, but there was also an engine controlling just this island. And the roar that once kind of reverberated in this room for that engine stops.
Let's go.
That's
So,
concerning.
Sam, you know about propulsion and engines in a way, and you understand that, when an engine stops, it generally means, whatever it was moving, it's not being moved by it anymore.
We have to go.
Goop will make sure to hold on to the book as he runs out.
Do you grab anything else from the table there, like the journal, the notes or anything?
I'll scoop it all into a sack.
I was just gonna, Goop was just gonna into his body, just right from the table to there. No worried about bags or anything.
Okay, you just grab it all. We'll say that while you're grabbing, we'll give you this last step on that. You're able to grab that from the table.
And to be
well
clear, I never found my rod,
Mangled
right?
That is correct. You did not find your rod while you were searching amongst those things. And it wasn't in the box that Garrett said it wasn't in. But you guys are able to, dash for the door, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get you down there. I just want to copy you. So you're able to make it off of the floating island or the floating treasury, and you do see that the plume of fire and smoke jetting from underneath this island over here isn't happening anymore, and it is starting to just descend. And 10 seconds later, it's just beneath the clouds, and maybe another 15 seconds later, you hear a loud thumping noise as it crashes into the crater below. The treasury is gone.
Well, at least I got my rifle back.
Well, wasn't that exciting? Well, let's continue on. So, Garrett, how do we get to this this gate of yours?
The gate is in the same room as the throne where you fought the Bone Devil the first time.
Excellent. Onwards. As
Which
we
is
go.
You're going to go back to the cathedral?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, well, maybe we should take a rest first. Short one, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you can pull off a short rest. That's no problem.
Okay. Cool. Because
It'll
healing. Yeah. All right. Actually, while we're doing that, before we do, can we get Den to identify this crown and scepter?
Sure. If he wants, he can identify it.
Sure, I identify whatever it needs to identify.
It's as exactly as he had said it is. Is the throne was a control center, and if you're sitting on the throne with the scepter and the crown, you can activate the gate spell to the 9 hells.
Okay.
right? Now what?
All right. I'll just show this.
Sorry, I'll just do something else.
So there it is. There's the definition of the gate spell. Just so you guys can see what it is. So you're gonna go inside?
In the gate to the 9 hells?
No, into the cathedral. You've done a short rest. I'm wondering if you're gonna go inside it.
Yes.
I'm going to use the feature of my Bloodwell Vial to recover my sorcery points.
Okay. And say you guys are still in your robes if you want to continue to use them, and make sure you change your HP on your character token. Sorry. I copy.
I'll also real quick use a harness channel divinity to gain back one of my spell slots.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're inside. You're still in the skies. So there's quite a few less monks in here. When you think when the Bone Devil's not in here, no one else. This is only a place for like prayer and whatnot. You still see about 5 monks in here.
How do they look? What's their attitude like?
They are in prayer. Their heads bow, and they're on their knees. Just you can't see their eyes, but you can assume they're probably closed, and they're on their knees, praying or meditating or whatever it is they're doing. They're definitely not. They're immobile at the moment.
Okay. Maybe if we don't disturb them, on our way.
We could try and clear them out.
We're gonna probably have to if you want to get to that throne.
Okay, everybody just kind of get around here and hide. I kind of gesture to, the stairs that lead up around the side.
The stairs go up to the balconies here.
So just kind of, everybody.
I'm just gonna stay on the stairwell, and take the hide action.
Okay. You're hiding. Okay. Kyber, are you staying on the ground or are you going up with them? Carrot comes over here. I'll give you a surprise round. If you want to roll initiative.
Well, actually, K-Fire is going to use Minor Illusion twice to create the image of the Bone Devil standing in the doorway and shouting, "With me, prisoners have escaped!" And what was the video? Because he told me what all the things are. So I want to gesture to the, say the one that was right at the beginning of the island, like the far end.
Okay. You could say that they're rallying to the dock, and that's probably the farthest place.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say that.
Yep. Have the image of it kind of.
Let's see here if they. Okay, they're done. I rolled that to me. I shouldn't have rolled that. They rolled a 6 on their insight, so they're gonna believe that. So all of them get up and start hauling it. They break out in a sprint, and then they dash, and then they leave.
All right.
Cool.
Oh,
You want to guard the doors?
yeah.
Yep.
Kyber will go and block the door behind them.
Okay. You're able to do that, and there's a block you can put in place.
All right, Garrett. I go and sit in the throne. I actually, you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to eat one of the big mushrooms.
Okay.
Just so I fit in the throne nice and chunky. Just kind of lean to one side as the king bored with his audience. So let's do the thing, shall we? And I will cast Gate.
Give me a charisma check.
A charisma check, just straight charisma.
Just charisma roll. That's your spell modifier, correct?
It is, yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember whether I did it before. I didn't surge again, so I've already used my tides, so I can't use it again. I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll that d20.
Okay.
So 15.
And behind you in this sort of mosaic of stained glass and mechanical parts, a gate expands, and before you is an entrance to the Nine Hells.
Cool. Well, there you go, Garrett. Hand over the the map that you were making, and
Sure. He hands over the map to you and Goop are right there. He hands over the map to both of you. Both of you give me a perception check. Okay. Nope. So he opens his pouch, he pulls out the map and everything. He hands it over to you. Yes, please make sure the cartophile sees this. And he quickly closes the flap on his pouch and walks through the gate.
yeah, as he steps through, K-Fox just kicks him in the back as to push him through and then close the gate.
Mhm. Okay, he's gone.
Well, he's gone. Hey, so what's next? Are we
So
going
you
next?
look into Qualish's journal when you read it through that. And it reveals that he had a second location that he is moving on to. He has another location within the mountains through a series of mountain passes and valleys to Duan Gloin, which is the destination you were trying to reach. It also expounds upon, the notes expound upon extra-dimensional spaces and gates and floating islands, and has a maps and journals on how to make it over the peaks of this mountain range. He's definitely has a massive fascination with extra dimensional spaces and hopes that one day to establish a secure sanctuary beyond the bounds of this world. But yeah, he has a direct map to it, and you guys are ready to go. So I think that's a good place to stop for the night, guys.
Well, there's one thing I want to do before we stop, if I can just to try it to see if it works.
All right.
I'm going to cast gates again since we know where we're going. Can a gate just take us there?
You go ahead and sit on the throne once again and make a charisma save.
All right.
Or charisma, not save, a charisma, roll.
Ben, look.
Sure.
13?
Nothing happens.
Ah, okay. Well, maybe not.
Okay. But thank you very much for joining us this evening, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you want to get involved with the community, join the Discord. There's a link down below and probably in the chat right now. And I hope you come back next week when we continue our journey with the Lost Laboratory of Qualish and then further into Onto the Abyss, or Out of the Abyss. But thanks again for joining us, and I hope you have a great week. Good night.